The first move. Oh. The White King moves to protect his pawn. Who did that? Or who will do that, in fact? Well, let's look at our things. The warehouse mostly lies at the bottom of the Pacific, with a few pieces neatly lodged in a lawn in Pasadena. Report to Prince Lacroix at the Ventura Tower downtown. Let's, for the first time, use... Well, eat some rats. But for the first time, use the maps here in the sewers. I've never done this. That's how the Nosferatu work. That's not how the Nosferatu work. Okay. For global travel, enter the sewers and use one of the maps found on the wall. Oh! There it is! Getting out of this map is weird. You can press exit over here. So there's a big map. I never knew this map was here. And of course now we can go to downtown. No taxi involved, which is a big shame. But, you know. I guess the Sabbat don't like us.
Let's drain it.
No.
Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
No, we won't. Shut up.
Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you.
You too.
Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
Thanks for the help.
Should have been more careful, newbie. You should stick to the sewers.
That I'll remember that. I did the sewers. You say that to everybody. I did the sewers.
You do that. Me? I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I'll do that.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
I'll try. Just out in the middle of nowhere. And this is downtown. A place that's even bigger than Santa Monica. That has a lot of stuff, and it has some of the biggest buildings. Well, it has the biggest buildings in the game. And that is Ventura Tower over there. Which is a play on the Venture capitalism thing. I'm not really sure what venture capitalism is. I think it has to do with the way it's like venture investors. It's got to do with the stocks and whatnot. I'm not sure. Anyway, we have a lot to explore. and we will explore before we go to the tower. Oh no! Those guys are gonna see us. Oh, look at that. Trying to avoid things. Do you see that over there? Do you remember what that is? At this stage, you don't. At this stage, you're gonna pay more attention to this thing than you're gonna pay attention to that. I think we can indeed do something. Oh yeah.
What's up, brother? You enlightened?
Yeah, I am.
Sorry, brother. Come back when you become enlightened.
Yeah, that symbol over there is very conspicuous. But that one up there is not so much. But it is the thing that is mentioned in a riddle earlier in the game. I think we have a note or something, and we can pay a visit. We can say hi. Let's go on in. The first time I play this game, you're gonna go into all the doors, just see. And there's some doors that are like, I want to go in there, but I can't. This thing, that thing is a thing. I have been in there only once. Coming here early, there's another benefit. This. Thaumaturgical creatures. I don't know what that is. Gargoyles. Ooh. During the medieval conflict with the Tsamese, which is a clan. Clan Tremere. I think it is a clan. We might learn about that later. Clan Tremere delved further into secret blood magics and created a race of protectors known as gargoyles. Since their inception, gargoyles have been used as scouts, warriors, and sentries. Gargoyles are monsters, vampires by virtue of the blood and flesh through which they are created. They are no more than detritus of other clans, given a second chance to serve their Tremere creators. Unfortunately, many have wrongly come to view their service as slavery, and have fled, unfortunately for the Tremere, I assume, and have fled their masters in search of some delusional utopia. Most escaped gargoyles live in isolation, preferring solitude to even the company of their own kind. Homunculi over here. For most menial and mindless tasks, many Tremere create what is called a homunculus. These are mindless creatures which take many forms, winged, many-legged, or otherwise. Homunculi are unfailingly loyal, but their appearance makes them a serious threat to breaking the Masquerade. Yeah, because they're freaking winged centipedes. That's fun. That's fun stuff. Talking about the Tremere over here. Sympathetically about the Tremere, in fact. I wonder if we're about to find a Tremere. Also, reading the white text on the black background just makes my eyes die. Hi. Do you remember him? And also the painting. And the fluffy curtains. Look at the fluffy curtains. Fluffy curtains. Hello.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Yeah, I got it. I'm assuming you are...
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry? What exactly is it?
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Cool, and you're a regent? What's that?
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Can you tell me about the mysteries?
I'm sorry, neonate. The secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
If you're a Tremere, he also doesn't tell you much. Okay, what can you tell me, Max? What's going on here in downtown?
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
I appreciate the advice.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kine, seems to be epidemic.
Kine, that's the word for humans, that's right. I said kin before, it's kine. Yeah? Why? What's going on?
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Interesting.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
My lines aren't any more casual than they are at the rest of the game, but they feel so out of place with the way he talks. And that line back there where I said, "Oh, that's whack, dude," he would use the word whack in his normal, formal tone. He would be like, "That indeed may be whack, as you so eloquently put it," or something like that. I don't know. But ergo, anybody that uses a word ergo is forbidden for using the word whack. We know this. Camarilla, what's that all about?
The Camarilla. It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
It's really contrasting the way that the Nosferatu and the Tremere look at the Camarilla in specific, and specifically look at the clan. For the Nosferatu, the being loyal to the clan and to the Primogen comes before being loyal to the Camarilla. So being loyal to the Camarilla is a consequence of being loyal to the clan. For the Tremere is sort of the opposite. Well, not the sort of the opposite, but they are loyal to the clan first and foremost. The Tremere are really close-knit, and people don't... We saw that already, that they're super secret. Yeah. And also we have heard from Bertram. Can I ask you a few questions about the Camarilla?
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Surely. Oh. Are all vampires a part of the Camarilla?
No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla. And the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Afoul indeed. Yeah, good thing Nines Rodriguez was there to help me out.
Ah, yes. The infamous Mr. Rodriguez. I understand you owe him your life twice now. Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders.
I thought that as well.
In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in the Croy's side, which serves my purposes just the same.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Your purposes. Aren't your purposes and the prince's the same?
Lacroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventrue on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much.
You do?
Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
Yeah, it's really... Yeah, the politics of the Camarilla are very complicated in regards to how they affect... Or rather, how they are affected by the fact that these are all immortal, theoretically, anyway. It's alright, you can trust me. That's the most beautiful thing to say, especially of a Nosferatu. What is your true opinion of him?
I have overstepped my bounds. I will say no more.
Fine, tell me more of the Camarilla.
Surely.
Why aren't the Anarchs in the Camarilla?
The Anarchs feel that they don't need the structure and discipline of the Camarilla. I feel that they pose a threat, both to those loyal to the Camarilla and to themselves. Most are mere children and need our guidance.
An interesting observation. I can say the second one, though. No, the third is better. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna see how he reacts. The last thing I need is a bunch of geezers telling me what's up.
I'm sorry you think so. Perhaps we have nothing further to speak of.
No, we do. Maybe I could hear a little more about what before I make a decision.
A wise choice, neonate. It is always better to listen and learn than to act with brazen recklessness. Perhaps you might be a useful ally after all.
Yeah, sure. So can I ask you a few more questions?
What is it you would like?
The Camarilla still, I think.
Surely.
What do you think? No, I asked about LaCroix already. Something else.
Of course.
The questions?
What is it you would like to...
No, something else.
Of course.
Maybe I could look into the epidemic for you.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
What's in it for me?
I will ponder the nature of your payment while you are gone. Believe me, I will treat you fairly, neonate, and your service to the Camarilla won't be forgotten.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the Anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
I'll remember that. Can I ask you some questions, though?
What is it you would like to know?
I think I asked all the things. That's it. Bye. And that was Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. Very interesting character. Not very intimidating. If I was from here, I wouldn't be super intimidated by him. This chantry is really complicated, though, to navigate. Because, as you can see, it's sort of magic. It's not... Yeah, it's sort of magic. It's not completely seamless the way the magic works. There you go. There's only 2 places, though, so... Don't worry about it. So yeah, let's go to the Anarchs before we go to the Ventura Tower. I think that's better. And then after we go to the Ventura Tower, we come back to the Anarchs. I think that's sort of the best. That's the best order. Let's see if I can figure out where the last round is. Do I have a town map? That would be quite good. Exchange faces. That's a thing. And then we have the Hollowbrook Hotel. I think we are capable of going in there. Maybe. We also have L'Opéra. Up there. Maybe. I don't know. Things that get it spooky. It's a very spooky place. All the spooky places. Do these guys freak out? They do freak out. Everybody freaks out. Oh, there's the map. Look at where we are. Downtown LA. Hello, LA. And I'm pressing the wrong keys again. And we have the sewers as well, which we are inevitably going to have to learn, especially because they are proper shortcuts this time around. And I think we found the last round. Tanked with tank vodka. And this is the entrance that we take. We're not going to take it right now, but this is the entrance that we take, which is that one over there, and get in through the little back things. Back window, I should say. So let's see if we go in there. Let's first talk to the locals, if they are not upset.
You got any cans?
I don't got no cans. She's not upset. Okay. Let's go on in to the last round. That's right. What's up, my dudes? How's it hanging? Are we good? I'm definitely not a vampire. They're all cool, which is cool. That's right. Oh, it's Cammy. We don't know her name. I know her name.
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
Oh, is she not? No, that's her name is not Cammy. I'm a Cammy. She's calling me a Camarilla. What are you talking about?
Heard Nine saved your ass again. You think LaCroix would have stopped counting his money long enough to get your back, Jack?
What do you mean by again? I mean, what do you mean by again?
Cammy, you'd have a whole lot less above your neck if it hadn't been for Nines calling the prince out in that courtroom. Shit. Looks like things worked out for LaCroix anyway. Got himself a neat errand boy out of it.
Did I do something to piss you off?
As long as you're a tool for some cape, you don't have to say a word to start pissing me off.
What's a cape? Actually, do I know what a cape is? Well, we can figure, but let's ask that.
Cape, Cammy. Camarilla elders? The ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a keen invention? You're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
I make my own fate.
That's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws, like it or not.
You mean you don't get punished under their laws? Is there a point to all this?
You need to start listening, or you're gonna wind up just like your sire.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Damsel, den mother of these mothers, and one kissed bitch since Lefroy ruled in.
Damsel. I knew I had her name wrong. Pissed, you don't say. Drink some bad blood or something?
Don't even joke about bad blood at a time like this. Don't you know we've got a plague bearer around here?
Yeah, I know. The plague bearer.
A plague bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Yeah, so I sort of saw them. Saw them outside. In fact, playing this game for the first time, I had no idea what the heck CDC was. There's a lot of references to just normal American things in this game that went way over my head back then. When I was like 18 or whatever. So how do you get rid of one?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
That's interesting, because the Regent Tremere... the Tremere Regent is Camarilla. It didn't really help me, but sort of put me on my way. No, the Anarchs helped me out before. Where do I start? And also, wait, there's other reasons to do this. The Anarchs make a mess. I suppose I have to clean it up. That's an interesting accusation. Let's say it.
Our mess? For all I know, this could be some Camarilla plot.
Yeah, because we don't really have a reason to believe that it's theirs. Tart and Tiny. I think Tart is a reference, or just calling her sweet thing, as I suppose, and the Tiny would be also a little thing. Well, Tart and Tiny is another word for sweet little thing. Well, if it was, would I volunteer to help? No. So shut up and tell me what you know.
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Actually, never really... She's short, but I never really saw her as a short person, because this game is weird sometimes with the camera positionings. We've seen it with Nox before, where Nox was talking and the camera all of a sudden was looking at his chest. And here we're just looking at her Barrett. We're talking to her Barrett! At least we're not talking to her chest, which could be a totally different situation. Ghouls. Why is it always ghouls? Fine, I'll check it out when I can.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Homeless population, and I need to figure out Paul. Sure. Sounds like a bag of laughs. Before I go, I have a question.
Yeah?
So you know anything about the Regent? He blames you for the plague bearers. Oh, that's why I could have said that. Oh yeah, he did point... Well, he didn't really blame them, or the Anarchs. He sort of suspected them.
That goddamn blood witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard shoe. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
That line. Something else about the plague bearer.
What?
Oh, she mad. Questions.
Yeah?
Tell me about Nines.
No one like him in this world or the next. He's to the Anarchs what George Washington was to the colonies, what Ho Chi Minh was to Vietnam. He is the LA Anarchs personified. He's a great leader, and yet he's criminal. I died.
He's to the Anarchs what George Washington was to the colonies. Huh. That's an interesting, and Ho Chi Minh to Vietnam. Those are interesting analogies. I'm not really sure what to think about them though, because Oliver Barrett, if nothing else. Well, I owe him my life. It seems like one of the only decent people, or he seems to be one of the only decent people I've met yet.
No one like him in the Camarilla or otherwise. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of people in the Camarilla. We don't know. Do we know if? No, we do know if Jack is in the Camarilla. He's not, and also we know that he's not. Your thoughts on LaCroix?
Who the hell does he think he is, coming into town claiming Camarilla authority over the city? We kicked them out 60 years ago. It's like England coming back and telling the U.S. how they should do things. Fuck LaCroix.
LaCroix, of course. I had no idea the Anarchs had been in control for that long. That's actually quite important. This part of the reason why this a setting in LA is a good place to have stories told in the world of darkness, because of the lore surrounding their control, or the Anarchs' control of the city. Yeah, let's say that one. I had no idea. I had another question.
Yeah?
Tell me about Smiling Jack. The thing is, why are we calling him Smiling Jack? We know his name. I said right at the beginning, one of the first things I said in the Let's Play was that we didn't learn his name. We did. That's the first thing he says. But because it's the first thing he says in a 10-minute long dialogue, I sort of forgot about it. So yeah, Jack is the first character we meet outside the theater when we start, and the reason of calling him Smiling, though, if we had seen him as Smiling Jack earlier, that line from the seer in the beach would have made a lot of a different sense, but we don't know that early, and that line is now long forgotten. I did point it out, I think, but anyway. Tell me about Smiling Jack.
Jack? Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst anarchs. There's not an anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe of Jack. Even the Camarilla doesn't mess with him.
Really? That old bum? You're kidding, right?
He's been around a long time. He used to be a pirate, so the rumor goes. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
Some other question?
Yeah?
Tell me about the Anarchs.
We're about passion, Candy, and freedom. Things most Camarilla types just can't understand. I could go on, but Skelter says it takes too long to get me off my soapbox. Ask him. Or even Jack.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I mean, geez, it just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just a few. Communism would actually work for Kindred, where it fails with humans. It's just common sense, you know?
If you say so. I did have some other questions.
Yeah?
So your thoughts on the Camarilla? I suspect we're about to see your teeth.
It's a sham, a pyramid scheme. Nothing but musty, withdrawn elders waging power struggles for no other reason than to keep their own ass alive for one more century. You think you have any real power in the Cam? You're kidding yourself.
I don't really understand it myself. I'm kind of new to this.
You'd be better off without them. You'll see.
Huh. Okay. Can I ask you some other question?
Yeah?
Nah. Bye. Thank you very much. Damsel, that's right. That's right. Let's see. See, she's not even that short. And
You guys are all the same.
goddamn Cammy.
Hey, I heard that.
No, you didn't. I was saying nice things. I wasn't saying nice things. I was just... Oh, yeah, another Call of Duty pinball machine. That's right. It's, of course, published by Activision.
Ah, would you look at this?
What's that?
Plague of locusts descend on small Indian town.
Jeez, I can't imagine what that must be like.
And look at this. Civil war still raging between ethnic factions in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, heard about that.
And in Zimbabwe, they got to use ox carts for ambulances.
That's terrible. Hey, it's a good thing we live in the U.S.
It sure is, buddy. Hey, bartender, 2 more U.S. ales? U.S. ale. Welcome to the United States of Inebriation.